Let's see what's going on at the moment in the Twinflame journey. Overall, it was a good week last week. Everything went in ease and grace with the twin flames. So let's see what's going on this week for September. Yeah, the first week of September. Let's see what's going on. Wow, wow, wow. Huge connection with Source. Huge guidance. Huge guidance. So let's see what the cards has to tell for this week. Astrologically, Mercury is retrograde. So know that, you know, things are changing, that you can have, not always will have, difficulties with communication, with technologically, electric devices. You know, that it's not a good time to do electric devices at this moment. Okay. Okay, let's start for the first, for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. No, looks really good, really, really good. The Syrian in his mind space, Syrian missionaries, he's connected with the star beings. So, and he's dreaming for a new earth, dreaming a new way and a new life for himself. So it's time for that magical life, you know. He knows it's time for that magical life. Let me see. Yeah. He knows it's time for that magical life, that everything is working out for the highest good of him. And that he's working on the future, on this. And he's guided by his star family, guided by the universe, by the energies, and he is feeling those energies. He's feeling those energies strong, but keep going. You know, he knows that where he is doing it for, and it's really connected to those star beings. You know, and they guide him. Automatically they guide him. So what is in his heart space? The Ecturians, pure light, DNA healing, and sacred geometry. You know, if he tunes in to his heart space, he knows that he is connecting with the geometry, that he's connected with the divine universe, and that all the signs that he gets is coming from that source, from that energy. His DNA is being healed. You know, his DNA structure is in a different kind of space. So yeah, it's the pure light and the purity of heart. And he knows when he's connecting with that it's in flow. You know, the things that's happening in his life, because we had the solar flares a few days ago. My whole body was heavy, you know, my whole body, because of that amount of light that comes into your body is transforming the darkness. So all the heavy stuff, all the darkness that comes in, that needs to be transmuted. And he knows about this. So that's in his heart space, and he's connecting with that. So when he's connecting with those energies, he's also connecting with the geometry of life. Not only the geometry above, but also the geometry on the earth. How does he see the divine feminine? It's fire and water, and it's in balance. She has the fire and the water in balance, and he knows that the fire is activating her uh, to um, um, to do the things, and the passion and the love that she has for things, but she also has the control over her emotions, and she's diving deep into her emotions, and she feels them, and she transforms and transmutes it with fire. As fire is the transformational energy that goes quick, that when you have passion for something, you can change like a switch. So and diving deep into those emotions will get you the pearls. And he sees that she is still and can go within when there is turmoil, when there is a havoc around her, or she keeps still, she keeps in that contained place, and she let those emotions integrate into her body and into her system, and he sees that, and it's good. You can the feminine is always more emotional than the masculine energy, because masculine is coming from the mind space, and feminine from the heart space, and he sees that the emotions are balanced, and yes, there can be emotions, but it's not it's the emotions are in balance, and that's really, really beautiful for him to see. Okay, so what's going on in the divine feminine space, mind space? She gets the teachings of the whale teachings, and that means teachings from the ancestors, depth of experience and deep healing. She is a teacher, she's a mentor, and she shares her wisdom, and that's what's happening at the moment. She shares her wisdom with maybe the divine masculine, and maybe she is a tarot reader, maybe she is someone here on YouTube that is teaching her her lessons that she receives from spirit, and she is called to take a next step to maybe to do bigger groups, or give workshops, or give private readings and stuff like that. So she is called to do the work, and the ancestors are calling her to step into her power and step into her truth, because they know that they need her in this space, that they need that energy to awaken people, and to see that the people that she's working with, start to open up to her. um, I had a beautiful experience. I was at the beach drumming at sunset, and there was this German lady coming towards me. She said, "Why are you drumming?" And I explained what I was doing, thanking the days, thanking the sun for this beautiful day, and that we can't let every day go by as it's a normal thing. So she was very interested. So we started to talk about it. So there are people coming your way that needs to teach. You need to teach them something, or you're being a mirror for them. So that's really, really beautiful. And that's how the divine feminine is teaching. You know, it's she's teaching awareness, what's in her heart space, a heart of ascension, expression, love for all. She's playful, and she is releasing the past. The release of the past. She's opening her heart space, and she is feeling that deep, deep love within her that transforms everything, that transforms her life, that transforms people's life. And when she's around people, she is in that space of not only transforming people, but indirectly she's healing them. And she most of the time she has no awareness of it, because it's the energy that she carries that is connecting with the people that are feeling comfortable with her, feeling that change. Okay, and that comes from the heart space. And it doesn't matter um, how she thinks, but because there is love for all, you know, there's love for everyone. And there is no difference between dark and light. You know, she loves the dark, she loves the light, and she knows exactly how to handle the dark and how to handle the light. And she knows how to bring those two back in balance. And it's just of being there, of her transformation, from her heart space and staying in that heart space. There is that expansion outside of her, to the outside of her. Okay. How does she see the divine masculine? That he is a blue ray being. And he is a direct expression of the divine. He's making a bridge between different dimensions. So he starts to realize, and she starts to see, that the divine masculine is making bridges, you know, by upgrading himself, teaching himself, and seeing those gaps getting smaller and smaller and smaller, while he is upgrading his energy and upgrading his energy towards the divine, seeing himself, starting to believe that he is made of that light, that he is created of that light, that everyone is connected with that light, no matter who it is, if it's divine masculine or divine feminine. He knows that he is connected. Okay, and because of that, we know the divine feminine sees that he's that blue ray being, you know, that he is connected with it. Doesn't mean that he is still making the jumps from the fifth and the third dimension. So he's going up from 3D, 4D, 5D, shifting to 3D. And divine feminine is seeing this, that they're on different levels. He is connected. Okay. So let's see what supports the divine masculine. What will support the divine masculine? Wow. Cosmic heart source. Cosmic heart source. Source of all, true home, just be, and there is heart connection. So when he connects with source, with the cosmic source, he just can be, sit there and get his uploading. You know, he's getting his upgrades. So he's connected with source. And the heart, the cosmic heart, is connected. You know, we have that higher heart, we have our cosmic heart, you know, above our high Miguel, above the, and I see high Virgo. Okay. Uh, and that's what's happening at the moment. He is, you know, upgrading his heart space, and that's needed. You know, his heart space needs to upgrade to the light. And when this upgrade is made, you know, and that heart connection with source is made, you can overcome everything. You know, when you're connected to that higher light, it's true home. You know, that light is true home. And that's the source where you're connecting in. That's where you upload your battery. That's where you let your mind and your ego fade away. It's not that it's not that you don't have an ego, because you need the ego to boost you forward. Otherwise, nothing would happen in your life, because you need both. You know, it needs just to be in balance. The ego just can't overtake the heart space. That's all. Um, and there's just that heart connection. That is what is needed, and that will support the divine masculine, because he gets his light codes. He's get the codes, the downloads, and downloads is an energy source. Downloads is, you know, when you download a video, right, to from one channel to the other channel, and to your phone, for instance, or your computer, you don't download it from another source. And that's exactly what's happening here. You know, you get a download from energy from the higher source that comes down, and that integrates in your heart space into your body. Okay. So how does he sees the relationship with the divine feminine? How does he sees the divine feminine in the relationship? Oh my God, storm. Storm. The relationship with the divine feminine creates a storm. You know, it's okay to feel all what you feel. It's perfectly okay. There's a clearance going on. So there is it's a collapsing of the old, and there is a new realignment, and that's the tower. That's the tower. And the tower, she doesn't show any work towards you, right? Because you have to do the work first. That's probably why. And if you take next steps, you know, and you don't do the work for yourself, you know, she won't make any steps towards you, Miguel. But and that's okay, you know, that's perfectly fine, because the universe is telling you that you need to do some shadow work for yourself before this, the old things, how you both related, um, how the divine masculine and the divine feminine related towards each other. It's an old paradigm. That's an old. There's an that's an old life that can't exist. You need to grow to get into another kind of relationship, and that relationship is between the heart space, the mind space, and spirit. If there is no spirit, if there's no connection with source, nothing will work. Non-relationship will work, because there is no heart. Because source is heart. Source is your home. Source is the truth. Source is love, you know, and light, love and light and healing. So you need to connect with this. and nothing stays the same, you know. Whole life won't stay the same, you know. It would be terrible if everything would stay the same, you know. It's a circle that goes around, and we closing a circle and we opening a new one, and in that circle there's growth. And every week I'm not the same person as yesterday, because I learned something yesterday, you know. And what you learn, that you take with you to the next phase of growth. And yes, emotions can come up, everything. Let go of something that is maybe not working anymore. And if something is not working, you need to work on yourself to upgrade yourself, to go to another phase. Maybe somebody else is coming into your life. You know, it's an old paradigm. We have to go with a different kind of energy. Everything in life will change, and it will be shocking. And you know, it could be emotional. It could be, it's shaking your foundations. It's shaking your foundations. So that's what's going on. You know, why is she keeping you around? Maybe because she loves you. You know, maybe deep down there's still love for you. You know, but there's something that needs to be changed, and that's all. You know, that's all. The love is still there. You know, you can't shut off love. You know, that when you're dealing with divine feminine, she doesn't shut off her love for anyone. You know, not for, even if they tell them fine, you need to shut off your love. She can't, because she is love, because she's connected to source. Okay, so what's supporting the divine feminine? Portals. She's going through portals, and into the now. Portal into the now. She's letting go of the warrior. Wow, that's so amazing, because the warrior keeps her in survival mode. So she lets go of the warrior energy, and she's stepping into the portals that is grounding her. I don't know, maybe that she wants you to change and to take care of yourself, you know, in the way that you should do, instead of maybe doing too much things for other people, and you know, directing your energy outside instead of focus to yourself. You know, that's maybe all there is. Maybe, you know, you don't know. And if you want to know, you have to ask her, why do you keep me around? Why do you want me to be in your life? You know? So it probably is love. For the divine feminine, I know for sure it's always love. Okay? And if you go, and the divine feminine is going to the portals, Oh, thank you, Tina. Love you, guy. Love you, girl. See you soon. Yeah, it's just the doorway to be in the now, you know, in this space of in your center, and nothing can happen. Well, you don't have to do everything for her. You have to do things for yourself, Miguel. Oh, that's it. Maybe you have to let go. Let go of all the things that you're thinking, and work through the emotions. I I can't say why she is doing the things she is doing. And she just wants to be happy. That's what I feel. She just wants to be happy. And if that means that she has to let go of people around her and follow her own path and follow her own um, calling, you know, she's been that she is growing and that she is not in alignment with you anymore. And until you are growing, you know, she is doing her own thing. It's nothing, it has nothing to do with you, actually. So she lets go of the warrior because she knows her warrior creates upheaval, and the warrior wants to fight. And she says, no, I'm not going in that warrior space anymore. I'm connecting with source. I'm in my heart space and I'm doing the things what's good for me. So she is in this love space and she says, okay, this is for me. Okay. And I really feel for you. I really feel for you, Miguel, because it's a journey. It's a totally journey what you're going through. Well, what you could do is listening, when you're ready, listening back to this whole reading, because it's for the collective. And when you're watching this, you know, then there are things in it what could help you. Okay, let's see what's going on, how the Divine Feminine sees the relationship. I have 2 cards. Ah, beautiful. Ooh, all my cards dropping here. Chaos. Chaos. What's that about? Focus, focus, focus. Distraction, I hear. There's a lot of distraction. Ah, that's interesting because that's what I had last week. I heard the distraction because other energies don't want the twin flames to come together. Okay. Let's see how the Divine Feminine sees the Divine Masculine in the relationship. First of all, she sees that she's unstoppable, or she sees that he is unstoppable and that he is a rainbow child, that he's high sensitive, that he feels everything, and he needs to connect with source. And he is creating a new earth. He's a new earth builder. The way he does and the way he builds his life is the way that should be. You know, he's multi-talented, and there is a miraculous alchemy between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, and he creates that alchemy for the highest good for himself. So it's for the Divine Masculine, he doesn't need to, but the suggestion is what would support him in the relationship is to create a new life, create a new earth that's good for all of us, you know, that's good for the collective, good for himself. As you change yourself, you change the collective. Change your behavior, change everything what needs to be changed. And when you're going on this path, you know, the whole world will open for you. You know, your creativity will come back. you will have your alchemy will come back, and you're multi-talented, so you can do everything that you want, you know, and the multi-talented things is in the creative yeah, it's in the creative sphere. So that's really, really, really what's going on. And maybe if she doesn't talk to you, you know, about her feelings or about everything else, it's probably because it's not the right time to talk, because there are some other things that need to be done. Well, if you blocked him, you know, then you need to deal with it, you know. Then don't, if you block your divine masculine and you're asking me why he's behaving childish, you know, that's probably the reason why you blocked him. But then you need to move on, not just blocking him and then waiting on the other side for him to come back or to react to it. But then you have to deal with your own healing, your own source, and you need um, to go that way, you know. And then you create a new man. You see the new man in him. Yona, uh, concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on your. Should I talk to him? If you blocked him, no. If you blocked him, then you need to go your own way and and work on yourself, because there's probably work to be done on to heal before all of this can come together. As long as you get triggered, as long as you get um, you know, in this phase that you feel those strong emotions, then you're not healed, you know. Then and if you come together or you see each other and there is still disharmony going on, you know, then there is no alignment there. You know, it could be that he doesn't understand you. And Miguel, same for you. Maybe you don't understand her because she's on a different path of a or a higher frequency. So the communication is not possible there, you know. But she sees that she's waiting for the new man, I think, and that is the enlightened masculine, and there's potential, and he, when that new earth is created, you know, when that new, 3333, that's really interesting what I saw. So when the divine masculine is coming into this new earth and he's creating a new life for himself and he's upgrading himself, and doesn't get triggered by the divine feminine and doesn't get triggered by the emotions of the divine feminine, then it's just an amazing time that's coming, because when the new earth is coming, they're coming together because they have the same goals, you know. And for a new man to become a new man, you have to work on the inner child. You know, then there are things from the past. The inner child needs to be healed. You know, so when you do this, then you know you heal the wounds of the past, the wounds that are you know from your childhood. Most of the time, I'm going to say this because we attract what we know. We attract what we know, and that means if you're um, if you have issues with your mom or issues with your divine feminine, it's coming from your mother wounds. So you need, as a masculine and a feminine, you need to heal your mother wounds and your masculine and your father wounds. So it's both. You need to heal the inner child, the inner boy and the inner girl, within you. So, and I see the divine masculine is doing his task. Divine masculine is going within, is doing the work. If you want to become that man of the new earth that holds space for the divine feminine, that sees her as the divine feminine, treats her as the divine feminine, as the goddess that she is, then then everything will be okay. And then the energy shifts, because he steps in his masculine and she steps in her feminine, and then you meet each other. And she starts to work with you instead against you, because she doesn't feel judged by you. Okay? And you don't give her any blame, or blame. The blame game is gone. If you let go of the blame game, everything will change. Everything will change, because it's never about blaming. It's always about clearing a karma. It's a karma clearing from your past life, from your ancestral line, but also the ancestral line of the divine masculine. So it's both, and it could be that in the family line, maybe 3-4 generations behind you, there is a same there was a same connection, there was a same situation as you are in now, and that situation is what you need to clear. And it's very complicated. Relationships are not just the divine feminine and the divine masculine. No, you get a whole father line and a whole mother line of ancestors behind you in this relationship, that is working out their own issues that they had on earth with each other, is working out through you. So what is happening is just clearing the karma. It's not about always the divine masculine and the divine feminine not coming. That's why there is so much healing needs to be done. Healing is everyday healing. Okay, so let's see what the universe is saying. What is the universe saying? One card from the universe. Lost cloak. There is some past issues that needs to be shed. There is there are some things for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and it's also the ancestors. Just what I channeled, right? Release all identities. Release the things that is custom to you. What is normal, what is that's comfortable for you. Lose it all. Then there is this magnificence that is being relieved. Your magic is being released, and that's the beauty of it. Because the more magic you create in your life, the more open you become, the more things that you will see and explore. And sometimes there you need to separate, in life. Nothing stays the same, and there's always a separation is needed, or a tower is needed, and that's not always negative. I don't see a tower or death as negative, because death is most of the time ending of a period and a rebirth. It has nothing to do with real death, that somebody's going to die or things like that. No, it's a metaphor for changing the old you into someone new. And that's the same with the cloak, you know, and the storm that creates a new life for you. Okay, so when you are not used to the custom to the security of life, because that's the ego. The ego wants security. Go and dive into the insecurity, what you don't know, because there is your growth. What you don't know is your growth. Because we all want to know how it ends, you know, we all want to know where it's going, and only source knows. Yeah, we can channel it, and if you want to go deeper in this, you know, and you want to have more answers about your twin flame journey, you know, then come to me and make a personal appointment, and I give you a private reading for an hour. And then all the things that you're going through and what will happen in the future, or what would happen if you don't do it, you know, will be explained to you, and spirit will take you through it, and spirit will tell me what you need to do, what is good for your highest self. So if you want a private reading, you know, go to my subscription box and send me an email. The whole month of September is the twin flame reading is half price. So yeah, also it's a win-win-win, you know. Okay, let's see. One card for the divine masculine. One card for the divine feminine. One card for the divine feminine. Wow. Okay. Card for the divine masculine. Choice. Divine masculine made a choice. He made a choice to go back in that old lower frequency of seduction, and being trapped into this space of seduction, sexuality, going to other women. He needs to make a choice. If he wants to go on that life, you know, that's perfectly fine, and that's his free will to go there. And on the other side, is he choosing himself? And that's only his heart knows. If he choosing himself, or let himself seduced again, you know, and going the road that he's been in, you know. It's like that's what I said right in the beginning. There are energies that don't want the twin flames to come together, and those energies are creating seduction, are creating blocks within the relationship. You know, because they're from a lower vibration. Because if you go to a new earth and you go into a higher vibration, they have no food, you know, then you starve them. They're going to die. And that's the choice the divine masculine needs to do. You know, are you choosing yourself, or are you going back to that hunger towards the divine feminine? Or are you finding a way to still that hunger and find your own needs? 4444. Okay. 4444. Wow. Amazing. So it's, and that's what's happening. And it's the choice of the divine masculine. He has a free choice. And the divine feminine has to deal with that. What is the divine feminine going to do about it? You know, I see the divine feminine says, okay, you're going that path, fine. It won't disrupt my path, because I'm on this journey of I have everything in my life that I need. And yes, I want to be with you. I want you, and I want you in my life. But it's not that I'm going under by it. It's not that I am falling apart if we're going in separation, you know, because I fill up my own cup. I fill up my own energy. Okay. And she wants to be with the divine masculine only if there is peace. Only if there's peace. She's done with all the drama. Maybe done with all the third parties and the this detachments and the explanations and everything was going outside of her, you know. And she is like, okay, I take it what it is, you know. It's all okay, because you have your free will, and if that's the way you want to go, that's the way. That's what life has in store for you. If you grow and you want to go level up, then you know, everything is open. Everything is open, because even I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow for myself, you know. But I'm being guided to take some steps, and I follow those steps. For the divine feminine, chemistry. There is chemistry. There is the same things that they love, and they creating new alchemy. They're creating new things. They're creating the things that they both like and both love in their lives. So yeah, there's no separation here. You know, that chemistry is there. The support, the kindness, the love, the unity, it's already there, because it's in the heart space. You know, that unity is in the heart space. And when it is in the heart space, that unity, you know, nothing can break it. You know, if the universe sent you your twin flame, you know, and nothing can separate those twin flames, because they're always connected with their souls, because they're leaping together, or the one leaps further or first and start to grow, and then the other will follow. They never grow on the same level, you know. The divine masculine and the divine feminine, first probably the divine masculine starts to grow, and then the feminine starts to grow. The masculine grows, the feminine grows, and then when they're both in alignment and they did their healing, the masculine and the feminine coming together in harmony and in union within, so they don't need to fight. And this is because we're going into Virgo now. And Virgo is about love, it's about harmony, but also critical. So you need to be care and need to be aware that the critical mind can come up for all of you, you know, and start to judge and say, okay, being picky, for instance, let it all go, because it's all the mind. And ask yourself, okay, what am I feeling? Am I coming from love, or am I coming from my mind space? The mind is always judgmental, and when you're coming from the heart space, it's always equal. You know, it's always about what's good for the divine masculine, what's good for divine feminine, what's good for their surroundings and the whole collective. So that's how they work together. Okay. So yeah, there will be chemistry between the divine masculine and feminine, and they will feel that. Yeah. you need to stop following him on social media. Why do you want to follow him on social media if you block him? I don't understand that. You block him because you don't want to deal with him, you know? So don't follow him on social media, because you only get yourself aggravated and you focus your energy there instead of towards yourself. You're happy with your family, yeah, but you can also have a family without a husband or without a partner. And that means that you need to make yourself happy first instead of making your family happy first. You know, it's about, you know, if you're happy, your family will be happy. If you're not happy, your family won't be happy, because you're mirroring everything what's going on in the relationship. So if you feel anger, or if you feel sad, your family will feel that, and that's the switch that needs to be made. So you need to heal yourself first. Okay, well guys, this is it for this week. If you want a private reading, you know, come to my inbox, send me an email, and in the month of September there are some spots left. I think from the 3rd week of September I have spots open, I have slots open. So if you're interested, send me a private email, and I can connect and guide you through your twin flame journey. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Have a great week.